Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today I'll be reading a multi-character thriller by me. So let's get into it. Tanjiro. If you had an abusive family, then you best believe that Tanjiro is going to go through hell and back just to get you out of there. Which means he's not afraid to use violence or go face to face with them, no matter who they were. In fact, confrontation always seems like the option for Tanjiro, but depending on what you choose, he'll make his move. So if you're okay with confrontation, then he'll go to them, argue with them, because he was mad and furious over what was going on to you. And after he was done, he would take your hand, telling them that you will be staying with him from now on, and that they will not be seeing you again unless you want it. He wanted to make it known to them, as he disliked the idea of hiding, and he didn't want to be afraid of them finding out about you or your whereabouts all the damn time. So it was currently the best option, and thankfully, they didn't bother you, except sometimes with their random mail, but that could be ignored. After all, most days you were too busy kissing Tanjiro to notice. Zenitsu would resort to anything if it means making you happy, so it didn't matter whether it had to be violence, confrontation, or the two of you sneaking away, but somewhere you could live peacefully. And the latter is what happened. The two of you snuck away from there. Or more like you did while I waited for you to get out. And as soon as you're outside, Zenitsu wrapped his arms around you, pulling you close before quickly lifting you up and rushing through the forest with you. He decided to hide you somewhere populated, and if he was staying with Tanjiro and Inosuke, then he would much rather bring you there with them, mostly because you'd have someone else to talk with. And also, they could protect you just in case. Hopefully he wouldn't need that. But, that aside, Zenitsu loved spending all the time with you that he never got to. He loved seeing you heal, and seeing you get better overall. The way that you didn't seem scared to have the time right now, and the way that you were able to indulge things that you liked without fear. That's what Zenitsu wanted to see, and he was more than happy just seeing it. Inosuke, well, there were also two options, confrontation and sneaking out, but there seemed to be a third one, which included violence, and Inosuke went with that. Inosuke was enraged after he found out about your injuries and the way they were treated. And once he found out that your family had done this to you, he was more than angry and decided to go over to them to take you away from there, as you're too scared to do that on your own. And he thought he would just talk to them or sneak you out. But nope. Inosuke went and punched them, yelling and screaming at them how wrong they were. And once you were too tired and too scared to even try and do anything to him, that's when he went upstairs to get you, wrapping his arms around you as he picked you up, going downstairs with another bag in his hand that you had actually prepared. Your family looked at you in disgust, and Inosuke stared at them right back until they couldn't just do this any longer, telling them to go away with you. And they would forget about asking about you completely if you didn't approach them again. Honestly, they were so cowardly. It was kind of embarrassing. Giyuu Tomioka. The only reason Giyuu didn't fight them was because they were relatives. Other than that, he would have. He didn't like them. He didn't like their treatment of you. and he certainly hated many things about what they did, but it was about time he took action. And today, he decided that you'd be coming home with him, as he had prepared everything. So he took you, telling you to go to his house, and wrote a letter for them, telling them that as a Hashira, he's more than capable of taking care of you and providing for you until you made your decision. And after that, knowing that they wouldn't even dare bother you, he left, going to stay with you, and trying to spend more of his free time at home, because you couldn't risk anything happening to you, and also because he wanted to comfort you, as you had gone through so much, too much even, and you couldn't handle knowing this, and not doing anything about it. So please, make sure to notice all the kind gestures he does. Rengoku, like I said before, Rengoku has seen abuse. He has been abused, and he knows very well how it feels like. So that's why when we told him, he did his best to take action against it, deciding that you couldn't stay with his father or your family any longer. Mostly your family was understandable, but the reason why he decided you couldn't stay at his home with his dad was because he didn't want to bring you any bad memories, just by the guy being there and being, well, like that. So he took a house close to him, and that's where you stayed. Thankfully, it was extremely close to his father's place, so if he needed to be there, then it would only take him a few minutes of walking until he reached his home. Meanwhile, he made sure to make you meals that you would like, and tried to bond with you more, spending more time with you, and appreciating your presence. Right now, you felt like he was the happiest and luckiest man in the world. For you to sleep by his side every single day, and for him to wake up to you, feeling 100 times better now that you knew that you're safe and protected, and right now, you're in his arms.